Welcome back to Adventures with Bam. I'm Brent Billings.
And I'm Maggie Billings.
And this episode has us experiencing the joys of homeownership by way of new gutters.
You have reached a new, I think, level of adulthood when you are excited about the new gutters on your house.
Well, I mean...
I have.
Gutters are nice either way, but I'm just motivated to be more excited when there is water coming into the basement and we need gutters to make it stop.
Nothing like water coming up through the floors in your basement to give a little push to get new gutters. I am excited, A, because yay, no more water. B, because they look so good.
Spanish green, baby.
Spanish green. I couldn't remember. So first of all, I don't remember the name of the company. I basically called or I think I called the first number that came up that I got a good vibe from when I Googled like gutters near me. And man, for once in life, we picked right.
It's Troyer's Seamless Rain Gutters.
Yeah, if you're in the Moscow area and you need gutters, he was so quick and so responsive. And yeah, I just couldn't believe how quickly they got it done. But yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago, I think, that he came out initially and was like, here's what I could do. And I think you showed me pictures. And I couldn't remember what color I had chosen. So then when I was out with the boys and then came back and they were green, I was like, oh yeah, of course I picked green. I'm so glad I picked green. Why would I pick anything else? Sometimes if it's not the right green, I won't do it. But I couldn't remember if it was like green or white or what the options were. But it's a real good looking green.
And now we just want to paint the whole house.
Yeah, truly. Maybe we won't.
Are you sure?
That's not in the budget.
I mean, I don't know.
Gutters aren't even in the budget. But you know what else isn't in the budget is ruined floors. So sometimes you got to pick your poison.
How much could it cost to have the house painted?
I think my guess is
probably more than
$5,000 easily. I'm sure house painters could listen to this and be like, oh, honey, $5,000, that's adorable.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe it's more. I can guarantee you it's more than getting the gutters done, though.
Yeah, gutters were $2,600, which cheap. I feel like when we got our roof done, which we had quoted in late 2020, actually installed in 2021.
And how much did that cost? You remember the roof?
The roof itself?
Yeah.
The roof was 33.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Or no,
30-ish.
30. I think it was 30, and then they took off 3,000 because they fell through the roof at one point.
Which was their fault.
Poked a hole in the...
It's a longer story for another day. The roof saga.
Have we not talked about that at all?
I don't think we have. I don't know. Maybe we have.
I'll have to check the records. But anyway, at that point, I think we had the option to get gutters at the time, and I regret not doing it at the time. But I think it was 3,000. So this was cheaper than having them do it.
And you know what? I like these guys way better.
Well, sure.
The clowns who did our roof, I don't want to give them any more money.
Well, the clowns who did the roof were not so much clowns. But
No,
the
company.
The people that we hired to do the roof, total clowns.
Yeah. Don't ever. Yeah. I'm all about giving these local guys this job and the money. They did a fantastic job, and they did it quickly, and they did it. I mean, it hasn't rained, so that'll be the true test is when it rains.
Yeah, right.
And hopefully that's actually the solution. We don't have, like maybe it rains and all the water from our roof goes into the gutters, and yet somehow water continues to come up in the basement floor.
Well, yeah, I don't think that the gutters are the only problem with the water in the basement, but that is a substantial portion of it.
Alas.
Yeah, I don't think the saga's over.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry to say, but we have stopped the bleeding.
Well, hopefully.
Now you just need to get a rain barrel.
Yeah, that's true. I'll work on that.
In the meantime, just as a side note, we also met one of our very small number of listeners.
One of our dozen.
But the way she was recruiting people... Hello, Heidi.
Oh my gosh. She's so funny.
She's recruiting people to listen to our podcast. So we might be growing exponentially.
Well, we all do our part.
It was a delightful time. I think we have new friends on the Palouse.
It was a great time. Yeah. Lovely evening for sure. Did you text her? Did you tell her what Torrin said tonight?
I did.
You did. Torrin, I was putting him to bed tonight after this. I was like, did you have a good day? And he's like, yeah. I was like, what made you happy today? He said, I like that friend's parents. I said, oh, what did you like about his parents? He said, they just look so peaceful. Which is just a compliment that I've never heard. I like that person because they look so peaceful.
You know?
Things for a 4-year-old to, I don't know.
I can't knock it.
Yeah, it's a great compliment. I don't think anyone's ever called me peaceful before, but if they did, I would accept it. I'd be happy about that compliment. So
maybe that's something you can do, because you always like when you see people, you're like, oh, I really like that girl's earrings, and then if you have a chance, you like tell the person about it. But maybe you do that when you're out in public. When you walk by somebody, like, oh my gosh, I just had to stop you because you look so peaceful.
You look so peaceful. And I had to disturb your peace.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've told people before, like, hey, I really love your vibe. Like, there's one girl who walks around in Moscow and she just, man, she's killing it.
Okay.
And I told her, I was like, hey, I see you all the time and your vibe is top tier. So sometimes I'll do that, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to model that for the boys too. Like, hey, be free, footloose and fancy free with your compliments. Like when you see if you see something, say something. You see something you like about somebody, point it out. And don't be weird and creepy. But like, you know, if you like somebody's dog, tell them you like their dog. If you think someone has incredible hair, tell them they have incredible hair. You know,
True.
We don't need to be stingy with our compliments. So I got to work on it myself too.
Man, we really veered off of gutters, didn't we?
Yeah, gutters and compliments.
But that's the beauty of gutters. Everything that falls on the roof just drains down into one spot.
And is that an analogy for
our thoughts are falling like rain, and we're just
they don't go into one spot though. There are multiple downspouts. There are multiple downspouts.
But come on, work with the analogy here.
I cannot. I shan't. The downspout of my thoughts is the garden of compliments. I don't know. I'm too tired for this conversation. It's been a long day.